The chairman of the Senate Services Committee, Senator Sunday Karimi, APC, Kogi West, has disclosed that the National Assembly would soon work on the transfer of the responsibility of the conduct of elections to the local councils from the various state electoral bodies to the Independent National Electoral Commission, that's INEC. Speaking with journalists in Abuja yesterday on the landmark judgment on financial autonomy for local government areas pronounced by the Supreme Court on Thursday, which was celebrated by many, even though talked down by others, Senator Karimi, who noted that President Bola Tinubu deserves commendation on the judgment, he also urged Nigerians to keep faith that the National Assembly would ensure compliance by the various state governments while also taking up the responsibility of amending the Constitution to address inherent contentious issues like that which have been stated about the INEC conducting the local council elections very, very soon. But, well, that's after the National Assembly has made that law. All right, let's get your thoughts on this.
Yes, as part of the local government autonomy law, you know, the states have their INEC. Now, the state INEC is under the governor. The governor appoints the members. I'm telling you, they don't pass through the House of Assembly. So, if the state electoral commissions are allowed to conduct elections, they will bastardize this concept of local government autonomy. The reason is that most of those who are going to contest as chairmen may not have the resources. They will be paroled, or such elections will be bankrolled by the governor himself. So more or less, the governor will pick his stooges and make them local government chairmen. I'm telling you, this chairman will go, as the federal government pays money to them, they will collect the money and hand it over to the governor. Say, Your Excellency, I've received the money. How much will you give to me? So it will do nothing.
So it will look like there was nothing like local government autonomy.
Professor Odin Kalu said the local government autonomy bill, for now, for the law, is like just transferring the mode, changing the mode of transfer of the money to the governors. This time around, before the autonomy thing, governors have access, full access to the money. Now, it will pass through their elected, their stooges, who will in turn hand it over.
But will it be the same if INEC begins to conduct the local council
This is
elections?
where INEC comes in. For me, because Rivers State conducted, Bayelsa State conducted elections, people were handpicked. There was no election. I think on Saturday or so, Delta State has conducted the election. The people were handpicked. In fact, there is nowhere the governor will not have a preponderant influence on those who become local government chairman.
So
the best thing to do election. That was no election. So I want to see a situation where they should. It's not an allegation. We have the case of Bayelsa. Don't I know? I'm a Bayelsa and I know now.
No, that's your eyewitness.
These people were handpicked by the people. People who never.
You were actually there.
Yes, people. In some cases, they come to a particular local government. If the big man there, if I'm the big man, they will tell me, who is my choice? I'll just pick some, okay, take this one. And that person becomes a chairman. Who pays the money is the governor. The governor sponsors the election. So I am also pushing for the total abolition of the state independent electoral commissions. Allow the federal, the National Electoral Commission to conduct elections so that we can inject some measure of sanity. Yes.
Well, you talked about the state. I think I heard you mention the state INEC being handpicked by the governor or something like that.
No, that's what I'm saying. What I mean is that the state electoral commission should be abolished in favor of the national conducting elections.
The local government.
Yes. And they should not conduct them on one day. Depending on when they can zone it. And say, today we are conducting local government elections in the South-South. The whole of all the National Electoral Commission, all the officials will pour into South-South and conduct the election.
But is it really enough is it enough to just say that the state INEC should be taken off, and then the federal INEC should handle the elections in the local council. What about also looking, don't you think there are also steps that should be taken to make sure that we don't have corrupt practices even in this new practice?
In Nigeria, our constitution pronounces transparency. But there is no part or no layer of government where you will not see corruption. What to do is very simple. When the local, first of all, subject this local government chairman to some sort of debate. Let each of them should come up with a roadmap. This is how I want to administer my local government and so on. Thereafter, they should strengthen civil society and community-based organizations. In every locality, there should be community-based organizations that will stand up, just as we are doing here, analyzing government policies. Those people will be there holding the governor or holding the local government chairman and the council accountable. If for any reason there is any misuse of funds, EFCC should open our doors so that there should also be a kind of a mechanism where the people at the grassroots can make complaints freely to government, not the state government in this case, to the anti-graft agencies, so that at the slightest visit they can move in. And you know, the local government chairman and their council should also declare what they are doing by way of a transparency briefing. In Bayelsa, during the time of when Dixon was governor, every month, people, the media men will come together, government officials will come together, then government will tell the public, in so month, this is what we received. When we received this money, we spent it this way. 1 naira went to this, 2 naira went to this, and so on. Breaking down the expenses. That way, people will have confidence, they will have trust and confidence in the system. So you cannot really chase away corruption. You can only chase away corruption by establishing viable agencies that are capable of checking it.
How many agencies have we established that are capable of checking it?
The agencies,
how effective have they been?
No, the agencies, we don't need new agencies. I mean, existing CBOs, community-based organizations, existing civil society organizations, they are there. But they are not activated in most cases. So
what is the problem with them being available but not activated?
Because it is a system. Take, for instance, the FOI Act. The FOI Act says if you apply to government that you need XYZ information, in 21 days, that information should be made available. You will pay 2,000 naira or so, then they will release that information to you. Are we doing that? The law is just there. People are not exploiting it. Nigerians believe that, oh, even if I pay, they will not give me.
So what is the guarantee that these new agencies that you're talking about being set up to check the local government and transparency will be more effective than what we've had on ground?
Okay, I am not saying you should create new agencies. Number one, if the federal INEC is conducting elections directly, even those who are not elected, who do not like the governor, can be sponsored by other people to contest and win. But if we leave it the way it is, the governor is like Professor Odekalo, who said they have just transferred the way the governors get their money, from possessing it directly through the joint account or passing it through their stooges, who will...
That's if this doesn't come to play now. That is if we don't have INEC that's at the federal level now handling the...
No, even if INEC at the federal level handles it, the governors may have their way around. But what I'm saying is, we should strengthen, we should organize, seminars and to enlighten the civil society organization, to tell them their power. For instance, I am DG of Human and Environmental Rights, a group. And when there are spillages here and there, we write to government. We also write to oil companies, multinational oil companies. We also, take some matters to court. And in most cases, when you attempt to take such matters to court, the multinationals have a way of coming to resolve it out of court because they fear the law court a lot.
And they let it be resolved out of court.
Yes, INEC National should conduct those elections, but they should also throw a window open for other people, like Bayelsa said, it's PDP. PDP. Now, we are living in a multi-party democracy, but you see, the powers of that party and the governor, they have virtually, extinguished all opposition parties. No other opposition party is viable enough to contest any election. So, added to the fact that they have to conduct the election, federal INEC should also give the contestants, the candidates, some money so they can run around, do certain expenses on their own without looking at the face of their paymasters. If not, the situation will not change. The same thing applies to the governors. When a governor is about to leave office, he brings in his stooge. The case in Rivers State is exceptional because as soon as Wike brought in Fubara, he wanted total control of the system.
Now you're making a lot of statements. ATN is not a part of it.
Let's
look at this next story now.